The audience is gonna love it, and we definitely won't get sued by Cheers. Fingers crossed.
No!
No! All right, so here we go. Ready? Drifting around in the skies today takes arcane helium and guts. Dodging some lightning in the odd wyvern really tests your nuts. Wouldn't you like to float away? All those nights when your spell book bites and the potions turn to goo. And the crystal ball just ordered 35 raccoons. And your 7th apprentice just joined the cult. Our troubles are all the same. You want to be where the bards chant your fame. You want to where people know the tavern won't stay chill. You want to drink where the wandering bards chant your fame.
Woo! Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want this. I want that globe or the thing that orders 75 raccoons. I want one.
Yes.
It's inspiring. So, with that said, we put together a little Sam Riegel style skate. You know how we do it around here. We like to goof off. So, we're going to goof off for you tonight just to warm up. All right? So, here's the scene. It's the Wandering Tavern. This massive floating establishment tethered to several hot air balloons. And there are patrons that are swaying with the altitude and the ale. The stage is lit. A spotlight hits the bards. The announcer comes on. Welcome to the Wandering Tavern. Remember, if you fall over the railing, scream loud enough so we can mark your tab as closed. Tonight's entertainment, give it up for the Tragic Chord. Crowd's clapping and cheering. The bards bound onto the stage. Flint twirls a lute. Fiddle holds a hurdy-gurdy like he owes him money. And Falala sparkles with dangerous confidence.
We bring the tunes to lift your soul.
And maybe raise the dead as well.
It's not our fault if you grow fur.
Or crave some brains to eat or hurl.
That note, great note, Pen, there at the end.
No, thanks.
So a magical chord strikes, and a patron's jaw unhinges. Another sprouts fur, screams. There are brawls. Someone turns into a werewolf. This random patron is transforming into a beast.
I just wanted a mimosa. Ah!
Stage manager's like pacing around, panicking.
Why are the lyrics in Infernal on the music sheet?
Captain Goggins bursts in.
Vampire, I'm crashing this thing into the mountain.
Technically, we only promised a killer set.
We call this number Death in 4/4 time.
Encore or exorcism? Why not both?
The bards keep playing as the tavern slowly tilts. The crowd is fully zombified, werewolfed out. They're all moshing to the tune. A balloon bursts in the background, and there's just gore everywhere as it's like, blood and guts and brain matter like lasagna dripping from the ceiling. And the announcer, he's screaming as the tavern's crashing. Next week, we're starting a mime night. And throwing a little skit at you. This one's for the Wandering Tavern, inspired by those old Bart Simpson-style prank phone calls. So, the Wandering Tavern, it's this massive, creaky tavern. It gently sways in the sky. The barkeep, he's burly dwarf with a stained apron and one twitchy eye leans on the counter. There's a glowing crystal ball that hums beside him like an old landline phone with asthma. And the crystal ball starts magically ringing like a phone and sounds like something between a harp chord and a kazoo.
Blasted wizard. Better come back and pay his tab before I pawn this glowy gobstopper.
Crystal ball pulses again. Barkeep waves his hand over it and says,
The Wandering Tavern. Speak or squeak.
Yes. Is there a huge ass fire in the tavern?
Oi! Anybody seen a huge ass fire? Huge ass fire? No? Oh, you better not be yanking my tankard, lad.
No yanking, sir. How about a lot of moans? She's supposed to be meeting Surrection.
Alright, listen here, Sparkle Orb. You give me one more name like that, and I swear I'll drop kick you into a pocket dimension.
the ball glows and rings again.
What?
Yes, hello. I'm looking for a Mr. Al K. Seltzer, first name Al.
That's it. I'm putting you and feeding you to a gelatinous cube.
Hood Mage walks in casually, counting coins.
Oh, hey, I see you've been answering my voicemail orb. Yeah, it's linked to my comedy scroll account. Bit of a prank hobby.
You owe me 47 gold, 2 tankards, and my last nerve.
Totally worth it.
Smash cut to the title card, The Wandering Tavern. Now boarding pranksters, potion junkies, and people named Bendova.
Damn well done, guys.
And we're going to wrap about our sponsor for this gig, The Wandering Tavern. And as usual, we put together a little skit just to goof off and warm up for our game here today. So this skit is titled The Party That Devoured the World. So imagine a floating tavern. It's day 51,824. Smash zoom on a disco ball made of dragon scales. Narrator's movie trailer voice comes in. In a world where gravity is optional, hangovers are hereditary, and the punch has its own consciousness, there is only one rule. The party never stops! Smash cut to a half-collapsed flying tavern floating via massively magical air balloons with a banner flapping in the breeze that says, Happy New Year 498. The barkeep, a warforged in a crushed velvet vest, shouts over the chaos of the bar. Right then, who refilled the hot tub with basilisk blood again? We lost 3 bars in there last week. They turned to stone mid-saxophone solo. A rogue enters covered in glitter and guilt, dragging a wheelbarrow full of cheese wheels and miniature mayors.
We liberated supplies from 6 towns, 1 wedding, and a gnome bakery that worships frosting as a god.
Another rogue slides in upside down on a banister.
Also, minor hiccup. We may have accidentally declared war on the kingdom of soup.
Barkeep just puts his head in his hand. He's like, again? They all freeze as a magically projected party duration clock flips to Generation 4 and explodes into champagne confetti. The narrator busts in. 4 generations of unbroken revelry. Society below has collapsed. Economics are now based on drink tokens. Time itself asks to be excused and never came back. Cut to Council of Elder partygoers. A kobold in a crown made of beer caps slams a mug on a table.
We lost the sacred disco ball of eternal bounce. The party is vulnerable.
Cut to black, thunder crashes, a slow motion shot of a Githyanki paladin moonwalking out of the tavern with the disco ball. Barkeep yells to the crowd, Don't panic! I've summoned professionals! The door blasts open with a blinding light and a lute riff. Two bards enter in sunglasses and matching blue suits. They do not blink.
We're on a mission from the moon goddess.
We're bringing the blues to the booze.
Cue 1980s style montage. The bards resurrect the party with smooth jazz. Mourners burst into interpretive dance. A gelatinous cube weeps. A necromancer crowd surfs on a coffin labeled DJ Boney M. Just when the beat dropped, a new genre arose. Generation 5 begins. Heavy metal bagpipes. Orcs moshing with angels. Everyone is inexplicably wearing chainmail bikinis. A flying city explodes in the background. The barkeep's like, still better than that steampunk polka phase. From the minds behind drunken heist plans and sorcerers who drink their spell slots comes The Wandering Tavern, a tabletop RPG of infinite cocktails, interdimensional bar fights, and celebrity war crimes. Side effects may include time dilation, kleptomania, glitter lungs, bards falling in love with a mimosa elemental, and intense desire to legally marry the concept of brunch. Ask your alchemist if partying this hard is right for you.
Woo!
Let's see. What's going on? The opening shot is an epic, sweeping aerial view of a floating tavern moored to massive air balloons groaning under the weight of keg barrels and questionable decisions. In a realm where dragons soar, liches scheme, and beer flows like water, one tavern dared to ascend into the sky, and now into the weed business. Cut to Boris Barrelgut, looking panicked behind the bar, holding a massive scroll labeled Bud Tending for Beginners.
What in the nine hells is a terpene profile? I thought a daybreak was the type of ballista.
There's this serene and glowing sensation, which is a person, Petal Whisper, wafts across the bar, holding a tray of floating herbal infusions in tiny vials.
This one's called Moon Dew Dreamist. It's got notes of lavender, gooseberry, and a mild chance of astral projection.
Snargle bursts through the kitchen, covered in glitter and surrounded by sentient weed plants.
Dude, I just crossed pipeweed with blinkroot, and now it disappears and gets you high. I call it plain Jane. Get it? Because...
Suddenly, Snargle vanishes mid-sentence with a puff and a pop. There's Sir Chadwick, lounging in a hammock hung between two chandeliers. His armor is now covered in tie-dye and hemp ropes.
Bro, ever since I took that +1 Stavia, I can literally smite anxiety. Like, I looked into the abyss and it high-fived me.
Cut to Boris, now frantically trying to ID a troll customer with 12 different forms of questionable paperwork.
Which one of these is your state-issued weed license?
Me have herbalist card signed by Ilminster.
Damn it, that counts. Go on in and don't touch the skies ever balloon valves this time.
Petal Whisperer presents a new flight of ancient edibles, glowing gummies, floating brownies, and one cookie that tries to crawl off the tray.
Remember, start with half a pixie drop. Half. Trust the magic.
To a drooling barbarian passed out in a beanbag chair shaped like a beholder. The final shot of the Wandering Tavern is now in the air, floating into the sunset, leaving behind sparkly contrails that smell of pungent dragon mint indica and short-term memory loss. The Wandering Tavern. Roll for initiative, and then roll another one. Available now. Must be level 5 or higher to partake. Side effects may include wandering thoughts, sudden existential dread, or becoming best friends with inanimate objects. And this one is entitled The Wandering Review. So, imagine a menagerie coastal jungle. It's daytime. It's hot. It's sweaty. It's green. It's very green. Narrator, booming voice steps into the atmosphere. Welcome to the Wandering Review, your one-stop magical network for brutally honest adventuring feedback. Today's destination, the jungles of the Menagerie Coast. The Wandering Tavern travels over the jungle canopies of the coast in an effort to provide liquid relief to adventuring parties searching out a cure for the death curse. All the adventurers need to pay the tab is an honest Yelp review of their destination getaway. Let's see what our heroes have to say. Cut to Rin, who stares dead-eyed into a floating magical sending stone camera. Her armor is covered in vines and mud. Her eyes twitch.
1 star. Too many snakes. Snake in my boot, snake in my soup. One snake sold me insurance, and that's not a metaphor. His name was Kyle.
Behind her, the undead zombie ranger guide Bleck slowly leans into frame, jaw hanging. Snap cut to him waving creepily, holding a jungle centipede like a cocktail garnish.
Cut to Talus, who's leaning back against a mossy rock, sipping jungle tea, obliviously bleeding from one arm.
5 stars. Lush foliage. Very eat, pray, love on LSD. Actually, I almost died. Then a flower blinked at me and I decided to keep going. But then I had a near-death experience. I saw the other side. It was mostly frogs arguing about taxes. I blacked out for 12 minutes and now I speak fluent Fern. I thought the experience was over, but then suddenly I was astrally projected into a jungle parrot's unresolved trauma. I was clinically dead for like a vibe, but the jungle wasn't done with me.
Bleck, the undead zombie ranger guide, photobombs again, this time holding a bone like a selfie stick while trying to do the duck lick thing, even though half his face is rotted off.
You.
Interlude. Fade to black. There's this dinging sound. Ding! A glowing message appears midair. Thank you for your feedback. Connecting you to a representative. A cold wind blows. Sararak the Lich appears in a magical cubicle made of bones. There are HR posters like Crush Mortals, Not Morale. He wears a headset fused to his skull.
Hello, and thank you for contacting TombCore Customer Reaping Division. We value your input.
Pulls up a scroll, it bursts into spectral flame.
I see you've left a 1-star review. As per your terms of quest agreement, section 13, subclause, oops, all curses, your feedback has been noted and eternally bound to the orb of suffering.
It slaps a glowing soul-stealing NDA scroll on the table. It rolls itself open and wraps around Rin's wrist. She screams. Enter scream. I think your mic broke up.
What? I just screamed.
Oh, your mic broke up. We didn't hear you.
Got volume gated.
She gets imploded into the nether. Her scream. She screams inwardly, not outwardly, as she just gets sucked into the void.
Scared my neighbors, man. How did you not record that?
Thank you for your feedback. Have a damned day.
Vanishes in a puff of black glitter. Hard cut to Talus, who obviously waves at the camera. A snake slithers across the adventurer's lap.
Seriously, 5 stars. I'm doing this again next week.
Bleck, the undead zombie ranger, once again photobombs and gives a double thumbs up, one of which falls off.
Smash cut to the logo. The Wandering Review. Mystical destinations, questionable sanitation.
I'm so
And now we get to-
angry. I screamed so good.
And now we take bets on when she'll have to get off to go answer the door for the police.
I think you screamed so well, it was like out of range of the frequency that your microphone catches, because you have a shitty
Oh.
microphone that